Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about the Solidarity Grand Prix that just happened at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Now, before we get into it, here's how it finished. Pecco Bagnaia won it from Marc Marquez, Jorge Martin, Alex Marquez, Aleix Espargaro, Brad Binder, Enea Bastianini, Franco Morbidelli, Marco Bezzecchi, Pedro Acosta, Fabio Quartararo, Miguel Oliveira, Jack Miller, Johan Zarco, Maverick Vinales, Luca Marini, Taka Nakagami, Raul Fernandez, Augusto Fernandez, Michele Pirro, Alex Rins, and Stefan Bradl was the last one across the line. Joan Mir crashed and was the only non-finisher. Now, to talk about the race first, Pecco looked really, really good. Didn't have the pace that he had yesterday. Now, I wonder, was that on purpose? Did he not want to stretch a gap? But to be fair, Mark did keep him honest, who had an amazing improvement of pace overnight. If you looked at Mark all weekend, he was absolutely nowhere. But apparently they found something in morning warm-up and it worked for them. Jorge Martin looked very, very good, very, very calm in the squeaky bum time of the championship and was deservedly crowned world champion. To be fair with Jorge Martin, his mentality has been very, very good this season and deserves to be world champion, 10 points clear of Pecco Bagnaia. But the other thing there as well is that this, I believe, is the most world championship points ever scored in a world championship. So, they improved over last year, both himself and Pecco, in the amount of points scored. So, fair play to him and well done and deserved for Jorge Martin. Alex Marquez rode a really solid race, good battle with Aleix Espargaro, who just finished just behind him. Brad Binder wins the best of the rest competition, we call it that way, with Ducati's closing out the top 4 or 5 places. Brad Binder, important for him as well to win the internal KTM battle, as he is going to be Pedro Acosta's teammate next season, and it is good to have one over him. Enea Bastianini, really strange race for Enea. I thought he was going to be thereabouts battling with Mark, but saying that, he just faded towards the middle of the race actually, but did start to come back a little bit stronger. Franco Morbidelli, good race from him overall, but saying that, didn't really challenge anyone. Bezzecchi, again, good top 10 last ride for him in the VR46 team before he goes to Aprilia. Pedro Acosta, not a bad race for him, did fade a lot towards the end. Himself and Brad Binder were in 6th and 7th place respectively, and Acosta would have won it on countback, but he did seem to fade. Not a bad race as well for Fabio Quartararo, and good call out there for Miguel Oliveira as well. 12th place is not bad at all for Miguel, especially coming back from the injury. Jack Miller, not a bad race either, 13th place in the last race for KTM. Johan Zarco, again, didn't seem to have the grip that Honda had yesterday and in the practice in the low grip conditions, so strange to see that. Maverick Vinales, again, his last ride in Aprilia, not really the result he would have wanted. Luca Marini, end of a tough season for him as well, in 16th place. As well, Nakagami, his last ride on a Honda as a factory main rider, let's just call it. Raul Fernandez, 18th place again. Not really great for Raul. Seeing as he's going to be staying with Aprilia next season, I wonder, have they made a little bit of a mistake there. Augusto Fernandez, his last ride on the KTM Gas, again in 19th. Michele Pirro, not a bad race weekend, to be fair with Pirro. Coming home ahead of Alex Rins. Now, Alex Rins, there is an asterisk there, did get a double long lap penalty. I'm not sure, did he serve it? I would believe he did, otherwise it would roll forward into 2025. Stefan Bradl as well, he did finish. Honda looks really, really cool actually in that setup. And Joan Mir crashed again, which is a very high crash rate that Mir has this season and last season too, to be fair. But overall, look, it wasn't the most stunning or thrilling Grand Prix, if I'm very, very honest. a lot of edge and tension in it. But, you know, Jorge Martin is a well-deserved world champion. You know, a lot of riders changing teams, a lot of riders leaving. So, for example, Aleix Espargaro going to Honda, Marc Marquez going to the factory Ducati team, Jorge Martin leaving Ducati and going to Aprilia. You know, there's not a lot of time to celebrate it. The team awards or the championship awards are on tonight. I think they're going to be streamed on YouTube, so definitely check it out. And I will be back again in some shape or form for testing on Tuesday. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. Are you happy that Martin won it? What was your best memory so far of the season? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.